I'm Bella, and if you're still getting these brands in 2026, I need to stop you. These brands are everywhere, in salons, Sephora, Instagram ads. Celebrities hold them, influencers praise them, and you withdraw your credit card every month. What about your hair? Still the same. Still fragile, still dull, still lifeless. Because these brands are designed not to improve your hair, but to convince you to buy
about
again
6
and again.
brands.
And in each I'll ask you, what's in it? What does science say? And why does a cheaper alternative give the same result? The answers will bother you, but you have to know. I'm Bella, and this is the Beauty Trap. Let's get started. First, Olaplex. Olaplex built its entire identity around one word: bond repair. The brand launched in 2014 with a genuinely innovative molecule called bis-aminopropyl diglycol dimaleate, a compound that claimed to reconnect broken disulfide bonds inside the hair cortex during chemical treatments. That original science was real. That original patent was legitimate. Colorists began using it as an add-in during bleaching sessions, and the results were measurable. For a brief window, Olaplex was exactly what it claimed to be. The problem is, 2026 is not 2014. That original patent has expired. The bis-aminopropyl diglycol dimaleate molecule is now available to any brand willing to source it, and multiple competitors have launched functionally identical bond repair products at a fraction of the price. K18, which entered the market with a different mechanism using a biomimetic peptide, has published independent peer-reviewed data supporting its efficacy. Olaplex has not released comparable updated clinical evidence for its consumer line. What you are paying for in 2026 is the reputation built in 2014, not a current scientific advantage. There is a second problem that Olaplex has never fully resolved publicly. In 2023, a wave of consumer complaints alleged significant hair loss and scalp irritation linked to Olaplex number 3 and number 4. The brand reformulated after removing an ingredient called DMDM-hydantoin, a formaldehyde-releasing preservative. The lawsuits were filed, the ingredient was removed, and the brand moved on. But the core issue, whether the reformulated products perform at the same level as the originals, has never been answered with published data. You are being asked to trust a brand that reformulated under legal pressure and provided no clinical validation of the new formula. The alternative is straightforward. If bond repair is your goal, K18 leave-in molecular repair hair mask at around $75 has peer-reviewed data behind its peptide mechanism. If your budget is tighter, Redken acidic bonding concentrate uses a citric acid-based approach to strengthen the hair shaft at a significantly lower price point. The bond repair category is no longer Olaplex's exclusive territory. In 2026, paying the Olaplex premium means paying for a logo, not a scientific edge. Moroccan oil. Moroccan oil turned argan oil into one of the most successful marketing stories in modern hair care. The brand launched in 2008 with a treatment oil that smelled unmistakable. That heavy, distinctive fragrance became synonymous with luxury hair care across an entire decade. Salons stocked it, celebrities used it, and the $46 treatment oil became a status symbol in bathroom cabinets worldwide. The ingredient at the center of the story was argan oil, sourced from the kernels of the argan tree in Morocco, rich in oleic acid and vitamin E, and genuinely beneficial for surface-level hair conditioning. Here is what the marketing does not tell you. Argan oil is a commodity ingredient. The global argan oil market is well supplied, and the oil itself is available to any cosmetic manufacturer willing to purchase it. The argan oil in Moroccan oil's $46 treatment is sourced from the same category of global ingredient suppliers as the argan oil in a $9 bottle from a drugstore brand. There is no proprietary Moroccan oil argan oil. The real alternative is the ordinary 100% plant-derived squalane at $9, or pure argan oil available from brands like Purador or Sports Research at around $14 for a significantly larger volume. If you want the same surface smoothing and shine effect that Moroccan oil delivers, those oils provide the same fatty acid profile at a fraction of the cost. The only thing you lose is the smell, and in this case, losing the smell is a benefit, not a sacrifice. 3. Kerastase. Kerastase is the haircare equivalent of a luxury fashion label premium pricing, salon-exclusive distribution, and packaging that communicates authority and expertise at every touchpoint. The brand, owned by L'Oreal, sells shampoos from $38 to $50, masks from $58 to $75, and serums that push past $90. The marketing positions Kerastase as a professional, scientific solution that goes beyond what drugstore brands can offer. The reality is that Kerastase is a L'Oreal product using L'Oreal-sourced ingredients, manufactured in L'Oreal facilities, sold at a markup that reflects the distribution model and the brand story, not a fundamentally superior formula. What makes this particularly important in 2026 is that independent cosmetic chemistry analysis has become widely available to consumers. Channels, blogs, and databases now allow anyone to compare ingredient lists side by side. When you do that comparison between Kerastase Nutritive Bane, Magistral Shampoo, and L'Oreal Everpure Moisture Shampoo, both made by the same parent company, the active functional ingredients are not meaningfully different. You are paying $46 for the Kerastase name and the salon experience, and $10 for the drugstore version of the same chemistry. The alternative depends on your hair concern. For moisture and barrier repair, CeraVe's approach to ceramides is clinically validated and independently tested. For scalp health, Neutrogena, T-Sal, or Head & Shoulders. Clinical strength address sebum and scalp conditions with active ingredients that have genuine regulatory backing. 4. Briogeo. Briogeo built its brand on a clean beauty positioning, marketing itself as free from sulfates, silicones, parabens, phthalates, and artificial dyes. The Don't Despair, Repair Deep Conditioning Mask became a cult product, selling for $42 for 8 Oz on the promise of natural, effective repair for damaged hair. The brand's clean credentials and inclusive shade range built a loyal following, particularly among consumers with textured or chemically treated hair who were looking for alternatives to traditional product lines. The clean beauty positioning is where the credibility starts to fracture. The absence of silicones, for example, is marketed as a benefit, but silicones are among the most well-studied and effective surface conditioning agents in cosmetic chemistry. Removing them does not make a product better. It makes it different, and in many cases, less effective at the specific job of smoothing and protecting the hair cuticle. Briogeo's conditioning masks rely heavily on oils and plant extracts to compensate, but independent assessments of the formula consistently note that the moisturizing payoff is not proportional to the $42 price point when compared to silicone-containing alternatives at half the cost. For deep conditioning of damaged or textured hair, Aussie 3-Minute Miracle Moist Deep Conditioner at $4 contains hydrolyzed wheat protein and glycerin in a well-formulated base that independent cosmetic chemists consistently rate as punching far above its price point. For a step up, Shea Moisture Jamaican Black Castor Oil Strengthen and Restore Treatment Mask at $13 addresses breakage and moisture with an ingredient list that is genuinely transparent and clinically grounded. Save the $38 and the clean beauty story. 5. IGK Hair. IGK launched in 2015 out of a group of celebrity hairstylists and built its brand identity around bold packaging, irreverent naming, and a cool girl salon aesthetic. Products like Hot Girl's leak-proof blowout spray and Mistress Hydrating Hair Balm carved out a social media following that drove the brand to mainstream retail. Sephora placement followed, and IGK now sits in the $25 to $38 price range across most of its line, positioned as the hair care brand for the culturally aware consumer who wants salon results without the full salon spend. The problem with IGK in 2026 is that the brand's entire value proposition is aesthetic, not scientific. There are no published clinical studies behind any IGK product. There are no patented molecules, no dermatologist endorsements, no ingredient transparency reports. The formulas, when analyzed by independent cosmetic chemists, are conventional. The blowout sprays use standard heat-protecting polymers. The conditioning balms use common emollients and fatty alcohols. The dry texturizing sprays use clay and starch. The problem with IGK in 2026 is that the brand's entire value proposition is aesthetic, not scientific. There are no published clinical studies behind any IGK product. There are no patented molecules, no dermatologist endorsements, no ingredient transparency reports. The formulas, when analyzed by independent cosmetic chemists, are conventional. The alternative is simple. For heat protection, Tresemme Thermal Creations at $5. For dry texture and volume, Batiste Dry Shampoo at $5, or Not Your Mother's Curl Talk for textured styles at $10. For hydrating balm and smoothing, Pantene Gold Series Sulfate-Free Shampoo and Conditioner at $11 for the pair. The chemistry is comparable. The packaging is less cool. Your hair will not be able to tell the difference. 6 brands, 1 pattern. Olaplex is living off a reputation it built with a now-expired patent. Moroccan Oil is charging a luxury premium for a commodity oil wrapped in fragrance. Kerastase is selling L'Oreal chemistry at 3 times the price through salon distribution. Briogeo is charging for a clean beauty story that no external authority has verified. Living Proof is extending the credibility of one genuine innovation across an entire line that does not earn it. And IGK is selling cultural identity as if it were a functional ingredient. In 2026, the tools to see through this are available to anyone willing to use them. Ingredient databases, cosmetic chemistry communities, and independent lab testing have made it possible to evaluate a product on what is actually in it, rather than what the brand says about it. The brands on this list are not fraudulent. They are doing exactly what the beauty industry has always done, building a story around a product and charging for the story. The question is whether you want to keep paying for it. Your hair does not know which brand it is wearing. It knows whether the chemistry is working. Start there. I'm Bella. I'll see you in the next one.